of this group. And so you have to either be financially disadvantaged. We don't necessarily know what that means. You have to be a child with a special need. You have to be or a child that speaks English as a second language, or be performing academically below proficiency. So 80% of the students have to come from those categories.
What if you have students who are financially and the test scores are below level, so they can be one or a combination of, correct? Will they get preferential status?
They're just required to make sure that 80% of the student population encompasses that population.
Right. I understand that, but I guess my core question is, with that 80%, like we were just talking about previously about the preferential status that some students may or may not get. If students in that particular county where this charter school is falls in 2 or maybe 3 of those categories, will that student get preferential status?
No.
It's like
the interesting part is if you do a lottery, so if you do a lottery, okay, we know 10% get preferential admittance, and then you have a lottery. And this is the interesting part, that you have this legislation, but you're not really sure how it works, because how do you decide before the lottery these children fall in this category? Or if you just let everybody, then what happens if you pull a lottery and then 40% of them don't fall in any of these categories? So I'm not sure how they're going to do that in terms of the lottery, make sure that the 80% of them are in fact children who fall in this category. They would almost have to screen them before they actually allow them to enter the lottery. But then you still have that little 10% that's not in this category and it's not preferential, so I guess 10% don't have to fall in this category or have the preferential treatment.
Okay, well then that brings me to another question, and I don't want to take a lot of time, but that brings me to another question because you said that. Now, what if you have this information, and when the students apply to these charter schools, shouldn't this be information that is already
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They almost have to screen them before they put them in the lottery.
So what I'm saying, they know the children's status at the time that they enroll for admission.
I think they almost have to.
Right. So then you already know that this student would meet that 80% criteria.
Yeah, but say there's just 500 slots, but 800 kids apply, and 750 of those kids fall in this category. So you still have to do some sort of lottery.
So those students that apply first will be like more or less waiting to see until they get through with the total population to see if they're going to fall in that category.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying the bill doesn't really speak to realistically how the process is going to work, although it says 80% has to fall in this category.
Well, that's baffling.
Yeah, they're going to have to figure that out.
Yeah, that's baffling.
Yeah.
Who can teach at these charter schools? First of all, all the teachers at the school have to at least have a bachelor's degree and demonstrate some kind of subject matter competency. So if the teacher was going to teach algebra,